Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea Podcast.
With Incomparable Luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com.
We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Welcome back to another episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
And if you are watching on YouTube, you will see that we are in my backyard.
I love it. I love it.
That I'm always talking about. Our beautiful village of East Setauket, which I love. But it, I appreciate the whole team coming out, but it's a gorgeous day.
It is a gorgeous day.
So we were like,
I just love it back here.
who wants to be in the office?
Right.
Or in a studio? Like, let's just hang out in the backyard. We've got all the dogs
hanging out with us. They're so cute.
We've got Cricket, who is our dog that comes on the divorce schedule. So she comes 50% of the time. We also call her the OG Cricket because she was the first of all the dogs.
Aww.
And then we have Duke, of course, the star of Long Island TV. And Duke was so excited to see Chris.
Yes.
Did you see him? He was like, oh, Chris. I know. From hanging out on Long Island TV on the dog-friendly episode, if you want to catch that. And then we have, of course, the famous Lil Thomas.
Lil Thomas chilling.
Not to be confused with Lil Baby or Lil Yachty, famous rappers. He wants to come up now. And I am just back.
Yeah.
So, I'm exhausted, but I'll ask you, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing great because we are in your fabulous backyard. It is gorgeous. I would sit out here all day, every day.
Yeah, until my neighbor comes out with his leaf blower.
Yeah.
And then you'll go right back inside.
Yeah. Ruining it all.
No,
I do have to say,
nice, yeah.
I met Crazy Arms Lady. I didn't meet her.
You saw her.
I saw her.
You encountered her.
I encountered.
So, in case you're new listening or you missed the story, we always talk about, Long Island is made up of 119 different unique villages, towns, cities, hamlets, and they all have their unique character.
Yes.
Which is what we love about it.
Yes.
And here in my village, we have a lot of characters, and one of them is Crazy Arms Lady. That's what we call her, because she walks the neighborhood literally all day, swinging her arms like very aggressively. And listen, I don't know what her actual story is, but she's a local fixture. Everybody knows her. And she'll probably walk by because she went one direction. She usually comes back. She walks all day, rain, shine, snow, any weather. She has like appropriate clothing, ponchos, whatever. She's walking. And she's cursing.
Yeah. Profanity.
She shouts, screams profanities at you or the bush or whoever.
Yeah.
You walk by her like morning and she's like, F you. And you're like, all right. Okay.
Great.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. And every now and then you can just hear her yelling. But listen, everybody knows her, and she's part of the neighborhood. She's part of our culture. So
she's a staple here.
Yeah, so you might see her. And I haven't seen the Nighthawk Watchers back yet, but they're usually on the footbridge. And we were just talking about going to the farmers market.
I know, that's exciting.
Afterwards, I love the farmers market here, and again, I think almost every village in town has their own version of a Long Island farmers market, and I'm sure we have blogs and.
I think yours is different than
You
ones
think so?
I've seen because the ones I've seen in my area are like pop-ups. Yours is a steady.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
Every Friday, Memorial Day through, I think, the end of September. Yeah, it's popular.
It's awesome.
And you get we try to go every Friday. We get so excited when they come back for the season. We're like, the farmers market's back. I mean, not just us, but like the teenagers.
Yeah.
They've got like, you can get, it's all locally done and you can meet the makers right there. And you get, cheeses, and we have pate, and you get lobster ravioli and homemade sauce.
Some lobster sauce.
And I was just saying Pindar is there
Yeah, that's
oftentimes. You never know. Different vendors.
Right.
Some, the fudge guy, the almond guy.
Amazing.
The oyster. There was an oyster guy there. Yeah. And, we have these peonies that Thomas got that the lady just sells from her backyard. Thomas is like, I spent $40 on peonies at the grocery store, and they lasted like 2 days. These are amazing.
And they've been lasting for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like, I don't know what this lady's
awesome.
doing. Anyway, so love the farmer's market on Long Island. So 'tis the season. But I just got back from a trip, Sharon.
Yes. A literal turnaround trip. Like you were there for 24 hours.
Yeah. I was at City Nation Place. I literally just got back at like 1:30 this morning.
I know.
So I appreciate everybody like coming to the house too, because I was like motivating getting out.
Hard start.
But great conference, City Nation Place.
It always is.
Yeah, it's only like a 1.5 day conference. But and it's really fast, quick sessions of case studies and innovations, and it's the only conference that I know of, and I think my peers were saying the same thing, that brings together tourism leaders with economic development leaders for placemaking. Because oftentimes it's interesting, like in our destinations, the economic development people are not talking to the tourism people.
Right. And they have no idea.
Oh my God.
How much it's impacted.
One of the case studies was hilarious. It was Regina. You're dying laughing already. You know what I'm going to say. It was the city of Regina.
And it's pronounced Regina?
It's pronounced Regina.
Okay.
And it's in Canada. Because this is a global conference. This is a global conference. It's based in Europe, but this was the one that focuses on the Americas. So it's United States and Canada. And Regina is in Canada. I think it's in Saskatchewan, Canada. And they came out. It was the economic development people that came out and did the presentation. It was great, but they didn't mention this recent tourism campaign that they had that everybody in the room knew about because it made national news.
Yes,
it made international news. And so at the end, they were trying not to mention it. Ooh, there's an ant. Oh, I didn't try to flick at you. Listen, I'm trying to flick it this way.
Hold on.
Anyway. There's, of course, like a giant ant going. Anyway, so they weren't mentioning it. And at the end, the head of the conference is like, well, there's an elephant in the room. I feel like we should talk about it.
You're right.
Your tourism bureau recently launched a campaign called Show Me Your Regina. And it was, and they had like hoodies and merch and everything.
Oh my gosh.
And there was another play on it. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, you get where they were going.
Yes.
And they were horrified. They were like, no, we purposefully, we're trying not to talk about it. We're trying to, put that behind us. And this, and was not, you can tell they don't work together.
Right.
And it didn't, I don't think this helped.
Right.
But I talked to them at the reception after, and I was kind of like, well, listen, first of all, I want one of those hoodies. Are you still selling them? Because I'm like, I know they're, and they were like laughing. They're like, and they're in a storage unit somewhere. I'm like, I'm not even kidding. Right. I have a friend named Regina.
Right? Exactly.
I'm going to buy this shirt, one for me and one for her, because I need it. It's awesome.
So funny.
I'm like, but also, like, the only reason I knew who you were on the globe was because of that tourism campaign.
Right.
So good or bad.
You made an impression.
Only reason I'd heard of you.
Yeah.
And they're like, but you wanted to hear us about that. And I was like, listen, people know you for whatever reason they know you.
Right.
I'm like, Long Island Medium.
Yeah.
Or, Amy Fisher, Joe Figo, whatever it is. People are going to know. And at least they know at least you're being talked about.
Right. Exactly. You're a buzz.
They disagreed.
Funny.
They disagreed.
Oh my God, they didn't like it.
No.
Because they were the economic development people.
Yeah. I was like, you got to have some fun. Anyway, it was a great conference, very inspiring. But it was interesting because I flew out on Wednesday out of LaGuardia when we had the smoke.
Start of the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the start was really, remember we were supposed to get Penelope's senior pictures on Tuesday night.
Right. And we thought it was just hazy because of the rainstorm.
And there was a huge thunderstorm, which no one predicted.
Right.
So it's like pouring down rain. And I kept going, it's going to clear up.
Well, because it kept looking like it was going to clear. Like we kept getting spots of sun and it was like, all right, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Little Thomas wants to be in the podcast. Anyway, it did not clear up. And then it was pouring like lightning as we're heading out to the planting fields. And then it was also this weird white smoke, and the sun was red, like it was like a Star Wars.
Creepy.
It was like a Star Wars planet.
Yeah.
And
Chris kept coming in and saying like, we're now in Tatooine.
Yes, Chris knew what I was saying. Yeah, it was like Star Wars.
Chris and Duke are having like.
I know they're over there. They're having They're all playing in the yard. The dogs. Anyway, so my photographer was on the way and she's like, first of all, it's still raining. It's totally monsooning because she was coming from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And she goes, secondly, the light is going to be terrible because of this white out sky. It's like pure white behind us because of the smoke. And so we postponed it.
Okay.
We're going to do it another day. So we didn't do it. And so the next day I left. And apparently right after I left, they actually grounded flights out of LaGuardia.
And when you were like, you texted us saying, you're landing in the airport. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you got out.
Yeah, I barely got out.
Because it was absolutely insane. I mean, everywhere all over Long Island, like Long Island Wise Guy or different people, even parks were posting pictures of like the same scene the day before.
Yeah.
And then that time.
I mean,
and it
Manhattan
was
looked crazy.
Orange.
Yeah. No, it was the Northeast, but definitely New York got hammered. And, they were like canceling stuff for schools.
All
and
school activities, after they wouldn't even let the kids go outside for recess.
I know, it was
Any
crazy.
outdoor activities were closed. And you don't think about it, but in our office during that time, we were sitting there and like it smelled like a barbecue.
That's
inside
scary.
the office.
Yeah, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
Nobody should be doing. We all should have stayed home probably. But then we're all like, "What's going on? Let's go to work."
Chris is like, Chris left. I didn't know. He texted me. He said, "Oh, it's bad out here." And I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Oh, I had to run out." I'm like, "You ran out in this? Like crazy." I didn't even want to like go outside.
Yeah, no. I everybody was talking about it at the conference. Like, are you seeing this? I'm like, I barely got out, and then I was wondering because I was only there for 24 hours if I was going to get back.
Right.
And then it was clearing up, and thank God it's a beautiful day today.
Yeah.
So my flight kept saying on time, and then I'm going to the New Orleans airport, and as I'm pulling into the airport, I'm just watching like lightning, like a whole thunderstorm strike all over the airport. I was like, listen, get me on this plane.
Yes. Get me out.
I was like, is it too early to go to the Delta Lounge? How about now?
Right.
Oh, and the Delta Lounge, so disappointing.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, it's always
New Orleans Delta Lounge. Get it together.
What happened?
Well, I was still wearing my heels and my dress and everything. So I go to check in, and I just wanted to change because I didn't land until midnight, and so I wanted to change into like more comfortable clothes for the flight. And their elevator's broken, so you have to go up like 2 majorly steep flights of stairs with your suitcase because I have and then I'm like, what?
Stilettos.
My heels. They're like, sorry, stairs, and not just stairs, but like a lot of stairs.
Yeah. Oh man.
My suitcase, and I get up there, and there's like no ice. I'm like, listen, I'm done.
Pour me a glass of
Yeah.
rosé.
Anyway, so I'm glad to be home. Thank goodness. And it's hard coming home so late, but I'm always so glad
to be in. Because if you flew in this morning, that would have been.
Oh my God! And then here's this. So we actually landed early because we boarded early. Everybody was like ready to get on. I think everybody was like, "Yay, the plane's leaving. Let's all get on it." And everybody got on the plane. We landed early, easy flight, which is a big deal. Like 11:30 instead of 12. And everybody's excited, standing up, like ding, everybody stands up, blah, blah, blah. And we're standing there, and then here comes the pilot, and he goes, well, welcome to New York. We're early, so there's no jet bridge gate agent, so we have to wait. I'm like, why can't New York understand what's happening? Like, why can't New York track a flight?
Seriously.
My driver can track the flight. He knows I'm early. He's texting me. I'm in the thing.
You're like, no, I'm still sitting
Anybody
on
else in the plane? Like, why can't, and you can tell he's like, welcome to New York.
Yeah.
I'm like, New York? Why can't we just understand how to plan for things?
That's so annoying.
I know. And there was a way to wait for half an hour.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then I was complaining to my driver, and he's so great. Jerry.
I love Jerry.
I love Jerry from Mark of Elegance, and he's just like so sweet. You could tell I was exhausted, and he's like, listen, you just get rest back there. I'll get you home. And I'm like, thank you. I was just like, it was so sweet. I love being home, because I was like, Jerry, why can't New York get it together? And he's like, because it's New York. Welcome home, honey.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, I love you. I love you.
All right, I got you. Oh, that's cute.
No, I just love that our Mark of Elegance drivers and Jerry and Mark took me there. So it was great. But what I was going to say, speaking of Penelope, interestingly enough, so I said my kids are going to come in hot in a second.
They came in looking exhausted.
They were like, what? So apparently it was senior prank day.
Okay.
At the school. And because it's the last day of school.
Right. For the seniors? Or
well, they have finals over the next 2
right.
weeks. So it's the last day of school for everybody, or for the high school. And so apparently they set up a full slip and slide.
I can't get over this.
I
cannot get over this. What did they use? Do you know?
Hoses and like a full slip and slide. Apparently, I don't know, a real one, because because I know they've been checking bags for a week. So I think they've been like covertly carrying things in day by day or something to plan this. So apparently they flooded like a couple floors.
Oh my God.
And the teachers that were trying to stop it all got soaking wet, and so then they had to everybody was like locked into their sixth grade or their sixth period room and couldn't leave, and So then all the parents were getting called, like, it's crazy here. You could hear, it was like mayhem. It's nuts. Come, tell them you're coming to get me. And so then the school had to call, like, this is a safety thing. Yeah, they're all mad. Can you imagine?
Oh my God, no. I feel like when I was in school, like senior prank day was like senior cut day. Like that was the prank.
We didn't do a prank.
Yeah.
Back when I was in school in Texas, Sharon, our principal looked like Clint Eastwood and walked around with a paddle. You could still paddle, okay? You were not pulling pranks on that guy.
Pranking Clint Eastwood.
No.
That's
Unless
crazy.
you want to get literally beaten.
Oh my gosh.
And then when you get home, your parents beat you for getting beaten.
Exactly.
It's not this culture today.
Oh
Chris knows. He's nodding. We didn't pull that stuff.
No.
But it was hilarious hearing them do it.
So funny.
I mean, they were having a good time.
They had a good
Seniors,
They flooded the school, but hey, no big.
I know. You got to love them.
That's funny.
So anyway, but I'm glad to be home, and I'm home for today.
Yes.
And then I leave tomorrow.
I know. Did he?
I haven't told him yet, but because it's Thomas's birthday weekend. So I'm surprising him. So he doesn't know where we're going yet.
I love it. He knows you're going somewhere.
He knows we're going somewhere. And then he's like, well, when are you going to tell me? Because I need to do laundry and I need to. I'm like, no, you don't. You're going to wear the same thing wherever we go. Come on.
It'll be fine. Little Thomas is snoring. Can you hear him?
Is he snoring?
Yeah.
He's comfy.
Oh,
So I'll tell you, because by the time you hear this, we'll be back. I got him tickets to go see Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
I cannot believe
in
that.
Atlantic
That's
City.
going to be amazing.
So it's going to be really fun.
That is going to be super fun.
Yeah, so we're staying at the...
I swear, like, if we were to make a movie, be Amy Poehler and
oh my God,
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey. That's so
Right?
true. Oh my God, they could totally play us.
They could.
I love that. And we're like those personalities too.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm Tina Fey and you're Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So funny,
Sharon,
right?
I had never thought of that.
I think that would be awesome.
I love them. I'm so
too.
excited. I hope they're good. Sometimes you think it's
Yeah, no, I think they're going to be amazing.
going to be fun.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be really surprised by that. So that's my big thing. So
I love it.
What
It's
are you
his
up to?
birthday. Can we talk about our Pride Parade episode?
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
I loved it.
We had it was freezing.
I like how you said, "Can we talk?"
Can we talk?
Which was Joan Rivers. Right?
Yeah.
Can we talk?
She was adorable. I loved her. It was actually really cold, but I loved the after parties of everything. Like,
was wild.
It was wild. I think Patchogue came alive.
Oh my God, I had to leave.
Yeah, you were like, I gotta go.
I can't handle that. There's all the teenagers leaving my house. God knows where they're going.
Uh-oh.
No, it was
You're going to clean up the
crazy.
flood.
We were going to go to lunch. Thomas was there. We were going to go to lunch, and like every single restaurant had a full DJ,
Yeah,
slammed.
it was awesome.
It was pumping.
It was awesome.
The downtown
They had a really
Patchogue.
good turnout, and they were sponsored by White Claw. Did
Oh,
you know
really?
that? Yeah.
No.
I didn't know that either.
That's
I was talking to
awesome.
Ron after. He's like, "Yeah, did you know White Claw sponsored us?" I'm like, "That's
What?
awesome."
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome. No, it was awesome, but I couldn't do it. I was like, I gotta go.
Well, because it was so cold.
It was
wound up
cold
being
and everything was open. Right, all the restaurants were open.
Yeah.
Everybody was loving it though.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just the only
saw Susan.
Yeah,
that was
our
fun
former
to see
team
Susan.
member. It was fun to see her. Yes, and all the the legislator Thorne was
Yeah.
there, and everybody's. It was just so fun.
It was such a great community event.
Yeah.
Like the community came together really
Yeah.
strong for that.
And you know what? Again, we were talking about this at my conference with a lot of my colleagues who are from all around the world and Canada, and New York is one of the few places that is really welcoming like that. That
Yeah.
that is really open and prideful, and New York we're so lucky.
Yeah,
to
we
be
are.
New Yorkers.
We really are.
And to be like that, where we can just have fun and like just laugh and love. And
Yeah, it was like everybody was having such a great time.
I know, it was awesome.
I do have a funny story. I went to Kismet a couple days ago. My sister's staying there at the Botel Inn.
Oh.
It's a beautiful little
I've
resort.
heard of it. Yeah.
So I did the 2-mile walk from Robert Moses Field 5.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 1.5 miles, but anyway, it's all on boardwalk, which is awesome. I fell flat on my face.
Oh my God.
My flip-flop got caught in the boardwalk, and it was on my way back. She asked me to carry her beach bag and umbrella coming home. She's like, "So I don't have to take it on the ferry." And I'm like, "You do know I have a 2-mile walk, right? I have my backpack, your beach bag full of towels and shells and whatever else is in there, and your umbrella. But yes, I'm a good sister. I'll do it. I love you." Well, I was walking. I was like Crazy Arms Lady walking down the boardwalk with everything. And my flip-flop got caught, and I literally face planted and everything flew over my head. And I wasn't even drinking. Like, that's the best part.
Angry were you?
I was infuriated.
Yeah, you show up like, you're like, sure, I'll do it. And you show up, I hope you're happy. I fell.
Got your beach bag.
I can totally picture. I would have done the same thing too. Like,
oh my God.
Blame everybody.
I'm texting her. I'm like, your beach bag weighs 100 pounds. She's like, it does not. I'm like, it definitely does. So that happened. I think I like bruised my pinky.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, it's fine. But I did the walk. Like, I actually did it. And I've been talking about it for a while. It's a really nice, serene walk. It's beautiful. I had Sharon's time.
If you're not a pack mule.
Right.
Right.
If you were in a camel.
Yeah, exactly.
I had my big bottle of water, but it was really beautiful. Like, you get really close to the lighthouse, and then you take like a dirt road onto to their little community. It's beautiful.
And why did you do that instead of just taking the ferry?
Because you could take the ferry, but you can also just walk from Field 5, and I wanted to get my exercise.
Okay.
But I was telling you last season about the pedicabs. They're set up right there, which is awesome.
Oh, cool. So you can take a pedicab.
And I asked him, I'm like, can you, what's the walk? And he's like, it's like about a mile and a half, 2 miles. He's like, it'll take you 20 minutes. Oh, no. Didn't take me 20 minutes.
I was literally talking to County Executive Steve Malone about this the other day, because we're talking about Fire Island. We were talking about the beach caddy. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him, I was like, oh, everybody saw you, County Executive, at Jones Beach with the family, and I'm like, people were like, oh, he's trying to be incognito. And he's like, no, I'm not at the air show.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm not trying to be incognito. I was just at the beach with my family.
Right.
I'm just
enjoying the air show.
Being a person.
Yeah. Living my life.
He was like schlepping
my
gosh. Umbrellas and,
That's funny.
And somebody said, we were talking about those caddies, those beach caddies.
Those are amazing.
I have one.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh. I said, I can't do it. They're more pain than they're worth. And he's like, no, I'm a total beach caddy person. He's like, I pack it. He's got little kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got young kids, so he's got to bring it all.
Right. And then I was like, yeah, but then it's more of a pain. I was like, because I had one of those when I went to Fire Island the first time.
Yes.
With my friend Jerry. And
the first summer here for you.
Oh my God. I had the beach caddy, and then I had a full cooler with like ice and everything in it, because we went to the Pines, which is like, these are like tiny little convenience market, but no.
Right. Nothing really.
And so she's carrying the cooler. I'm rolling the beach caddy, and then we were taking turns. 100 degrees, so hot.
Yes.
So and the beauty about Fire Island, no cars. So those boardwalk, you're walking
right
on the boardwalk. We were taking breaks. It was so heavy.
So hot.
I told county executive, I was like, I was like, I'm just leaving this here. Mm-hmm. I don't need anything in this. Turns out this is donation. I don't want it anymore.
Whoever wants
I'm
it,
just give me a towel. I'm gonna lay on the beach.
Yeah.
And I never did it again.
Yeah.
No, when you go, you got to be minimalist.
Yeah. Well, the actual beach, when you're going to Robert Moses or Jones Beach, like, you need that beach caddy to take it from the parking lot. Yeah. Your beach chairs, your boogie boards.
If you go to Jones Beach, you go to, what is it, My Comfort Beach, New York or whatever. Our friend Brian Berkery.
Oh yeah.
You can just
yeah.
It's awesome. If you go to Jones Beach ever,
I think it's Long Beach.
No, you're right. Long Beach. Yeah. Long Beach. Thank you. Long Beach Boardwalk. You get right there. You pay your stuff. He's got a little tent, and I want to say it's like $40.
Yeah, it's
for
awesome.
the day,
and it's worth it.
They set up 2 chairs, umbrella. They have these like college hunks. Yeah. They'll anywhere you want to go on the beach, they set it up for you. Make sure it's just right.
Yep, that's awesome.
And then you just get up and walk away.
Yeah, and it's there.
What's it called?
Beach Comfort.
Beachcomfort.net. At Long Beach. And then it's awesome because then you walk up to the Long Beach Boardwalk, you get some cocktails, you can walk to lunch at the Alegria. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. I love Long Beach too.
I love Long Beach.
That's like,
it's gorgeous. It's huge.
It's huge. There's so many restaurants on the boardwalk.
You don't have to carry anything.
No. I love that.
It's awesome. I know. Anyway, so we're in beach season and it's exciting. And you know what else it is this weekend, other than Thomas's birthday weekend? It is National Rosé Day this weekend.
I love it.
So we're drinking some rosé.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah. And we're in the backyard drinking rosé, and it's a Friday, and it's summer. So we're drinking kind of a controversial rosé.
It's really good,
It's actually called Good Effing Rosé.
I love it.
I mean, we're New Yorkers.
Yeah.
So
you got to do it up right.
And I was saying, I always say it like that, like good effing rosé, because Thomas and I, when we went to Paris, we got engaged there. It was his birthday, almost 5 years ago now, when we got engaged in Paris. So we landed in Paris, And our Airbnb, I don't think it was ready yet. We got there early because we were on a European flight. You get there early. So we stashed our luggage and we went to lunch. And we want to go by the Eiffel Tower. So we're walking, we don't know. We're just walking around, and, trying to avoid the touristy spots or whatever. But we hadn't really looked at a place to go to lunch, so we don't know. So we're walking by, and we looked at a couple places, and we're like, no. We look at the menu. And then we go by this one place, and the guy was standing outside, and he's the chef, owner, whatever. And he's like, hey, you should come eat here. This is a terrible phrase now. You should come eat here. You should come eat here. And I'm like, oh, what kind of food is that? He's like, oh, we have this steak, and it's so effing tender. It's going to effing melt in your mouth. You've got to try it. Right? And we were like, funny. Welcome to Paris.
Yes.
He's like, it's so effing tender.
Oh, I love it.
So we say that all the time whenever we get to this. And we did. We ate there.
And it was delicious?
And it was delicious.
Was it effing tender?
It was amazing. He's a total character. We're going to go back when we go this summer. And the funniest thing is while we're sitting there outside, this other couple, Americans, stumble in. And they were like, oh my God, we found it. We were here years ago and we met you and you were amazing. And he was like taking pictures with them.
Love that.
And I was like,
that's amazing.
I was like, Thomas, take a picture so we remember.
I love that.
So I don't remember it. He's got it.
So you're going to go back this summer. I love that. We're going to go with
some effing tender steak in Paris.
And have some good effing rosé
while
exactly.
You're there. We're doing that right now. So we don't have to wait for that.
It is so good.
And it's also our father. There's so much on this episode.
So much on this episode. It's Father's Day is coming up.
Father's Day episode. And the team put together an awesome Father's Day gift guide. And it's on, it's
going to be on longislandteapodcast.com for the full gift guide. But they put together like really good stuff. For the adventurer, you can always go to Wild Play or Gold Coast Water Sports. I Fly Trapeze. They came to our Wild Play networking mixer.
Honestly, you've got to do that. Dad's got to flex on the I Fly Trapeze.
Absolutely.
It's so fun.
Or at Corey's Wave, you can get surf lessons. That's cool. This would be for the beer or drink enthusiast. Okay. You can go to Montauk Distilling Company or Destination Unknown Beer Company in Bayshore.
That's your favorite?
That's my fave. Or Long Island Farm Brewery, I think is awesome.
And I loved that Jones Beach Beer Company too.
That Jones Beach Brew.
Jones Beach Brew. They were so cute.
Tapped Enterprises as brewery tours. That's fun.
Yeah, then you don't have to worry.
Right.
You can try multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. The brewery tour, Tapped Enterprises, that's the way to go.
That is the way to go.
Because you get to try a bunch.
Love that.
Yeah. What else? For the fashion forward, of course. I mean, you can get anything for Dad at Tanger Outlets.
Yeah,
right? Tanger Outlets in Deer Park. Like they have all the vineyard vines and the polo. It's amazing. You've got to go there. And then, you know what is? I love the East Wind shops. This is where Alyssa hangs out.
Yeah.
The East Wind shops.
Weekend
this
getaway.
is her place. But I love, they have like such great stuff, like culinary, very Long Island stuff. They have this great t-shirt shop, which I buy all my, like,
Long
if
Island.
It's not Discover Long Island, I buy all my Long Island gear there. They have the cheese shop with so many delicacies.
It's amazing.
They have the cigar shop there. Good. Oh my God, my dad loves that place. East Wind Shops,
amazing.
Total treasure. Love it. And Stony Brook Village right here.
Yeah.
Stony Brook Village has, they have Brew Cheese, which is awesome. They're opening up a new restaurant there called Schnitzel's. I don't think it's open yet, but it'll be open.
German?
I think no, it seems like it would be German. Yeah. But you know what it is? It's actually the owners of Brew Cheese in Stony Brook and Crazy Beans in Stony Brook came together
and to
open their own venture called Schnitzel's. And it's
it's
like a sandwich place.
I love that.
I know. I'm excited about it. I want to try it. I love Stony Brook Village, and it's just so cute. And they have a really cute place there called like Ben's, which has really cool like nautical stuff. They have a cool camera shop there
that's awesome.
With like unique cameras and film. Anyway, our villages, any of the downtowns that you go into, they're going to have unique, amazing shops.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can go for the golfer. You can go to X Golf in Comac or Westbury. We had a board of directors meeting there, and I really want to have like in the winter, we should do like a mixer there because it's awesome. The event place.
I'm fully going to take my dad there when he comes.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the summer, because it is so cool. It's like a sports bar. Because there's like TVs and a big giant bar and music and golf.
But it's a golf simulation.
I love it.
It's awesome. Then like Top Golf is also very awesome. It has a ton of different bays, and like their food is really good.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's awesome.
But you can take Dad to any of our Long Island public golf courses, like our state parks, like Bethpage Black.
Oh my God, yeah. Play Bethpage Black before the Ryder Cup comes.
Yeah.
By the way. But no, any of the golf on Long Island is so beautiful, especially this time of year. Of course, dads love steak. So Blackstone, we have a whole list of steakhouses. 110, which we love, Insignia. And then
Opus Steakhouse, which just joined as a member.
Oh, really?
That was like our #1 TikTok this past week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All the steakhouses are like, they're prime. Get it?
Yeah,
Because Prime
get
is a
it.
steakhouse.
I love it. For the brainy dad, take them to any museum on Long Island, obviously. But you can go to the Long Island Museum of American Art, History, and Carriages, CM Performing Arts Center, the Stoller Center, Vanderbilt. They're amazing.
Yeah. And if you have kids, you can just go out for a fun day at like Dave & Buster's.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Dave & Buster's. There's a couple of them, Westbury and Massapequa. You know what else? And for like a lot of dads are into this, the Chambers of Hell.
I'm like, it freaks me out, but I think it's so cool. Like, dads love
I feel
that.
like Chris would like that. Chris, would you be into the Chambers of Hell? He's like, what? Anyway, and the Long Island Music Hall of Fame is right here in Stony Brook too. Anyway, or you know what? You cannot go wrong with tickets to a Ducks game.
Oh, yeah.
Something
Long Island
the whole
Ducks.
family
They're
will
so
enjoy.
fun.
Dad
I'm
can
going
go
this weekend.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Get a hot dog.
Get a hot dog. And some beer.
with brown mustard because no one on Long Island eats yellow mustard.
Yep.
Which is weird to me. Right? Chris thinks it's weird too.
Or you can always go to discoverlongisland.com/shop.
Which, let's be honest, we should have started there.
Yeah.
Go to Discover Long Island, get your dad a beach towel or
Or
a
a
hoodie.
trucker hat.
Thomas wears his Discover Long Island stuff all the time.
I do too.
Those hoodies, and so does Chris.
Yeah.
Those hoodies are awesome. All right. So other than the smoke from Canada fires, there is so much happening on Long Island. Like I sent the thing. So we're not going to be here this weekend, sadly. And this is really upsetting me now because I feel like summer's already slipping away.
I know.
And
I know. We were planning it. We had a pod meeting and you're like, I didn't even go to the beach yet and it's already September. I'm like, it's not really September.
I know. But that's how I feel. I'm like, what? When is my beach day? Did you hear that Mark Wahlberg is going to be at CC's in East Hampton?
No.
Pouring drinks.
What?
I was like,
that's this weekend? I need to be there.
It's a good thing I'm going to be in AC because otherwise I'd be like, I got a thing.
I got to go.
I'd be like, it's somewhere for work.
That's so funny.
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Mark Wahlberg is, I won't say he's in my top 5, but he's right there. He's on my bucket list.
I would say top 5.
Yeah. So they do this thing on Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear where they have their Mark Wahlberg impersonator?
No.
And it is so funny. I think he's slipped out of my top 5 because of this, because they make fun of him.
Yeah.
And it's so cute, but he's always like, hey, I'm pumping iron. I'm working out. I already woke up. I woke up at 3 a.m. I did my workout.
Oh my God,
I did my
that's
stretches.
so funny.
They do it. He'll like chime in on all conversations.
God.
And talk about like get it together. You know what? I can do this in my sleep. I work out in my sleep. I don't have 0% body fat.
Oh my God! Wow.
Anyway, I love myself some Mark Wahlberg.
Do you follow him on Instagram?
I don't. Should I?
Oh yes.
Okay.
But I was going to
work.
ask because you should see his wife.
Gorgeous.
No.
Really?
It's surprisingly. I mean, she's beautiful, but
So you're
not what
saying
you're thinking.
There's a chance.
Yeah, this is yes.
So you're saying there's a chance, Sharon?
Yes, I
so
got
he's
you,
gonna
girl.
he's gonna be in East Hampton. This is what you. Of course, you go to the Hamptons anywhere, and you're gonna throw rocks and hit celebrities this time of year. But he's apparently he's pouring his tequila, Flecha Azul tequila.
I love it.
A lot of the celebrities are into that. They have their own line of whatever, so they're always out there pitching it.
Aaron Paul and the guy from Breaking Bad, they have a tequila line. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
It is good tequila.
Did you hear that there was just recently, I think just this week, there was a lab that they called the police because they had a theft, and they like right here on Long Island, and they found out it was actually a meth lab.
Yes. I saw that. That was crazy.
Speaking of Breaking Bad,
right?
I wasn't going to mention it, but I was like, what?
It's happening.
Who calls the police?
Ugh.
How dumb are you?
It's crazy.
Anyway, so I thought that was kind of cool that was happening. What else is going on? Oh, you know what? Do you ever watch that George to the Rescue? It's on the weekends.
I think so.
It's a national show on the weekends, and it's called George to the Rescue, and it's this it's like a home guy, and he comes and if you've had some kind of tragedy or something, he comes and helps you fix your home or your business.
That's so nice.
And last weekend I was watching it, and he went to the Scuden family
in Long Beach.
Speaking of how much we love Long Beach, it was Angela, and if you remember, her husband Casey, part of the Scudens, they were on vacation about a year ago, Father's Day weekend, and also his birthday. And they were in Asheville, and the tree fell on their car.
Oh,
Remember
my
that?
gosh, yes.
They were going to the Biltmore Mansion for like a family vacation, and freak accident, a tree fell on their car, and he died. And she's just been, she owns that adorable store.
Like jewelry and
it's called Codfish Cowboy.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I've totally bought stuff from there.
It's adorable.
In Long Beach, downtown. And you go there, it is so cute. We love the Scuden family. They own Scuden Surf right there where our angel wings are.
Yes.
So I saw it on George the Rescue, and I'm like, oh my God. And he was helping her, and they have their little kids.
Oh, that
Can you
is
imagine?
so sweet.
I know. I just feel for them. But I loved that episode. So what else?
Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some.
It's also Juneteenth.
Right?
Oh my God.
Like, it's unbelievable, this jam-packed episode we have here. But there's a bunch of events on Long Island this month. June 10th, Juneteenth celebration at Bryant Library in Roslyn. This is probably aired.
Oh.
So I'll skip to the 17th.
No, the 17th? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because by the time this airs. Hicksville Annual Juneteenth Cultural Festival in Hicksville. The 3rd Annual Elmont Juneteenth Celebration Festival in Elmont.
Oh, cool.
That's on the 17th as well. And then Juneteenth Celebration at Clark Botanic Garden in Albertson. That's on the 17th. And then June 18th is the Juneteenth Cultural Celebration in Valley Stream.
Oh,
so there's a bunch of...
There's a lot of events this year.
Yeah.
That's cool. It grows every year.
It does.
Which is awesome. And you can find all of that on our Discover Long Island social. And also a lot of the events are on our discoverlongisland.com.
Right.
We have a whole
events
section, and it's always rotating. So if we're outdated, you can just go on there and be like, yeah, what's going on this weekend?
Right, exactly.
Find it.
It's so funny
follow
that
our social.
we're hiring a ton of positions, and everybody who I speak to when in the interview process, they're always like, you know what? Because one of my questions is, how did you find us? What do you know about Discover Long Island? And they've all follow all of our social, and they always follow our Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. But they always come back and say your website has been an integral part of what somebody was moving here, so they followed everything we did, and she just used our website the whole time. And she's like, you get me out and explore Long Island every weekend, and I find out different gems every time. And
I love
another
that.
person was I love your website. It's beautiful.
We have a real purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, it's not just about living your best Long Island life and talking about how great Long Island is for, just because we like to do that.
Right.
I mean, people really rely on us to get out and explore and learn about the place they've lived in forever or the place they just moved to. I mean, we really do help people get out and find out something new to do and get some fresh air after being locked up because of the weird smoke.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so you were talking about Juneteenth. So yeah, definitely follow our social. Oh, speaking of social and the fact that we're hiring people, my LinkedIn blew up when I was at this conference.
Oh, really?
Because Justine got us in Skift, which is like the #1 trade publication for our industry. Our convention news broke finally. We've been talking about it, but now, like the fact that Long Island's has funding for our first convention center went in Skift.
Wow.
Which is everybody reads.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, everyone wants to link in with me.
That's so funny.
I'm telling you, salespeople from everywhere.
Wow.
Saw that we're having a convention center, and the marketing person I sent you.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Hi, I saw your article.
Hi.
So great. Can I meet you?" And I was like, "Oh, there you are.
Thanks for showing up."
Are okay.
That's funny. That's awesome, though. Good.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's amazing. People are. I loved all the comments. If you go to the LinkedIn, so many great comments. Did you see what Michael Watt, Mr. Long Island, put on there?
What did he say?
I was like, okay, come on. He was so great, though. He put this whole post on his LinkedIn, and it was like, first there was Robert Moses. I was like, oh, my God. And he was like,
so cute.
who created Jones? He's like, then there was the vision of Mayor Pontieri, Patchogue.
Yes.
And he's like, and now, then Kristen came to town and said, we need a convention center. These are game-changing things. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, stop. First of all, do not mention me. I can't be.
That's so
in that
funny.
lineup of people.
I love that.
But it was really fun seeing everyone's excitement about it.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you were just talking right before we recorded,
awesome.
like the amount of excitement that you even heard at the show, because that dropped literally
I was
while you were
at
there.
the show and it came in Skift.
Yeah.
And everybody reads Skift and everybody's like, did you know you're in Skift? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And finally it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we've been saying it, but when Skift says it, it's real.
It's real. That's awesome. I'm so excited.
It's really awesome. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool. So speaking of the rosé that we're drinking, one more thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news from Apple this week?
No.
Did you hear that they're changing autocorrect? Oh, yeah. And they will no longer be correcting to duck? So usually when you type something, it says I'm ducking done with this.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
They change it to duck.
That's so
We should
funny.
have said good ducking rosé.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. So no, they're changing it now. Now they're going to not change it to duck.
Wow.
And everybody was like, that was the big news.
That's a reveal. That's so funny.
I know. I thought that was pretty funny.
Good.
How about some CelebriTea?
So I have some celebrity.
I can't wait.
This is so
You
Oprah.
teased this. I was like,
We all know Oprah and love Oprah, and everybody wants her name or brand behind them, right? So there was this company that produces these weight loss gummies that people take.
I'm sorry, what?
Weight loss gummies.
Yeah.
So my ears perked, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
same.
What is
I was
that?
like, I need them.
But so they used Oprah's name and brand without her permission.
Uh-oh.
And now she's in a lawsuit with them.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want all, because now everybody's buying it because Oprah says it's good, right? So their product sales went like tripled.
Right.
Once that her name was attached to it. And now she finds this out and she's like, I need that money.
Yeah.
That's my money.
First of all, how dumb are you?
Right.
To cross Oprah.
Right.
I mean,
Of all the people in the world,
there
you're
are
going
a
to use her
couple of
brand
people
without her permission.
that you've got to know not to cross.
Right.
Oprah's one of them.
Right. Because if she did back it on her own, or if she wanted to, because everybody would get one. Crazy Arms.
Crazy Arms lady.
Listen.
Here she is. Okay, so that is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with Oprah.
Don't mess with Oprah.
Okay, my CelebriTea, I have a couple things. First of all, hold on. First of all, just when you think it can't get worse than Robert De Niro
I was going to bring that
having
up
a
too.
baby. Did you know this? At 79,
Yep.
not to be outdone, his arch rival or whatever you want to call him, competitor, Al Pacino,
His nemesis.
having a baby, 83.
83.
83 with his 29-year-old girlfriend.
And she's beautiful.
Come on.
It's so gross. What is wrong?
On.
Stop it.
83
83.
having a baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really can't.
I think that's so funny.
83 doing anything with a 29-year-old is just gross.
Well, what's with the 29-year-old, right? Like you think.
What do you think is with it? It's Al
I know,
Pacino, it's star fame and money and all those things. And it's just sad.
I loved the headline. It was like Al Pacino saying hello to his little friend. That was funny.
I just can't. Can people stop it already?
I know. Stop.
Okay, so what else? Did you hear Scarlett Johansson, who on the opposite end of the spectrum are people that I love?
I love her.
I feel like Scarlett Johansson can do zero wrong.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Zero
I
wrong.
love her.
She's drop dead, naturally gorgeous.
Yeah.
Just seems like effortlessly gorgeous.
Right.
She's super smart. She seems super down to earth and cool and funny.
Right.
And she's married to Colin Jost from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Love him.
Right.
She's just amazing. Sorry. So I went on a Scarlett Johansson fan
Woman
girl.
crush.
Okay. She's launching a new skincare called The Outset. And she's doing it in Sag Harbor
Wow.
and Bridgehampton.
Amazing.
According to Hampton Social, which is
Love
another
that.
great website. We're going to have Vanessa Gordon on.
Yeah, she's going to be on.
Soon. So we're going to get all the Hamptons tea.
So she's launching it in the Hamptons?
She's launching it in the Hamptons. It's
That's
called
awesome.
The Outset, Sag Harbor and Bridgehampton. So I'm kind of like
Smart.
whatever Scarlett Johansson's doing.
Yeah. Give me her skincare.
I should do that.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
Same.
whatever she's doing is working out for her.
She's
Everything.
gorgeous.
And there's also a new book, by the way, by one of the ladies of The View. It's her second book in her series. And it's called Summer on Sag Harbor.
Oh.
And you know she lives there because she says on, not in.
She's true Long Island.
So Summer on Sag Harbor. And what I love about it, speaking of Juneteenth and, you know, like Black history and heritage, is it's from like the Black community's perspective.
Oh,
and she
cool.
loves to write books about, you know, Black communities where you don't necessarily think that they are thriving.
Right.
And so she loves her home in Sag Harbor.
That's amazing.
I was like, I love that.
Good.
So I don't have her name, but it's called Summer on Sag Harbor. So go get that book. I'm going to read it. It sounds
We'll
like
put
a
it
great
on our
beach
Amazon
read.
page.
Did you hear Chuck Todd is leaving Meet the Press?
No.
This is big for me. I don't know why. I love Meet the Press.
Okay. Why is he leaving?
Well, I mean, have you seen politics lately?
No.
No. I mean, I don't know that that's the reason. He's been on it forever. I think I don't want to talk about politics. Does anybody want to talk about politics? Are so insane.
Yeah, but people who are at Meet the Press, they love it.
It's crazy. I think Chuck Todd isn't just like a crazy news pundit. I think he's actually really a political purist.
Yes.
And I feel like everything's crazy these days. He's like, bye.
Well, everything is crazy.
I'm
It's
done.
always crazy.
But his replacement is Kristen. I can't remember her last name, but she's always like the Newsday or the Today Show political person. So it's cool that a woman is taking it over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was talking about this on the C-Suite tea. Natalie Portman's husband.
Yes, she's fighting for him. She's fighting hard.
Cheating.
I know. But, you know, they've been together for a long time, right? I feel like.
Yeah.
Do they have kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have 2 kids. And, you know, he's apologized. He's going to make it right.
Yeah.
So.
But she's like, everybody's like, oh, she's fighting so hard for him.
Oh, she loves him. Oh, look at the baby bunny by the shed. It's eating like a little.
Oh, little baby.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know. My husband cheats. I'm out.
No, see, I don't know. I think, you guys have been married for a long time. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like people make mistakes.
Yeah, I guess. I
You know,
guess.
if it's a mistake,
Yeah.
why not? Speaking of, I saw this thing. I saw the headline. I didn't read the whole article.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is true. This could be just like lies. Remember Chelsea Handler? And she was with that comedian guy for a while, and they were like so perfect.
Joy.
Yes.
Joy Coy.
Apparently, it came out. She admitted.
Coy.
Joe Coy. She admitted that they had a threesome with a masseuse,
Doesn't surprise
and
me.
it like they
Killed
broke
their
up after that.
Wow, that's funny.
Seems
Was
like
the masseuse
seems like
a
a fun
female
idea
or
at
a
the
male?
time. I don't know. I didn't read the article. I thought it was kind of clickbaity, so I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but then I have to repeat it on the pod.
Here we are talking
'cause why?
about it.
Okay, one other thing. I'm very, very, very excited about this. Are you ready?
Ready.
I've been talking about this for a while, and they finally announced it. The Golden Bachelor premieres this fall. Senior Bachelor.
It's
called
that's
the
hysterical.
Golden Bachelor series.
Did they ever tease it before, or is this
No,
something that you were like?
I haven't seen it. All they said was when you used to watch The Bachelor, they're like, if you're a senior and you're interested in being on The Bachelor, you know, auditions or whatever. And at first I wasn't for it, but now I'm totally for it.
You're
I'm ready to tune in. The Golden Bachelor.
That is funny.
I want to see it.
I'm there. For
I bet
it.
you it's awesome because there's just going to be like, you know, like it's just a level of maturity. There's just going to be like,
But I wonder how much drama
0
there
ducks.
will really be. I like finally caught up with Love Is Blind. Finally,
yeah,
and I watched those reunion.
yeah,
Nuts.
weird.
She was nuts. Her eyeballs.
Senior Love
Senior
is Blind.
Love Is Blind. Yeah.
Maturity, that's true.
Yeah.
Alyssa, you're onto something. You should produce that. A Senior Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Because that's what people need later on too. You're right.
I just love Marshall. Marshall was his name. He was so
Oh,
cute.
I know. But then he got weird Right? Vanessa went crazy. Am I right?
She went crazy.
Vanessa Lachey
I don't
was
know what her deal was.
wicked.
She was just.
And the live.
Ugh.
She was nuts.
But
She was
Yeah.
attacking
Yeah.
Marshall though. And she was like totally supporting that crazy girl.
yeah, Tiffany, right? I don't know what her name is, but my favorite couple was
I know that.
Kwame.
Oh, really?
Kwame and Chelsea. They were my favorite.
She's crazy. I did
know.
not think that was going to happen. And I did not think they would work out. No,
But
my
he's
favorite
like
was the other one, the older
Brett
one.
and Tiffany.
Brett and Tiffany.
Yeah, they were so
I
cute.
love them. They were meant to be.
Yeah, they really were.
Definitely meant to be. I love them.
Irina, she was nuts.
The mean girl?
Yes.
Oh. Also,
even
now
on the
you
reunion.
Now you see there's this TikTok, which is hilarious. And the guy pretends to be the camera guy on Love is Blind. And she's like, when he's like, you look like Megan Fox. And the camera guy's like, no. He's like, what?
Nope.
And
No.
she's like, do people tell you that? He's like,
oh my God.
he does all these hilarious facial.
I got to find it.
Oh, you got to do
funny.
it. I'll send them to you
Okay.
because they're hilarious. And then there was one where Marshall's girlfriend is breaking up with him and he's like, the camera guy faces what they must be feeling behind the camera when these things are going down.
Chris.
Chris. Yeah, Chris is always laughing behind the camera. One more thing before we go. Scandival, are you into this?
Not yet.
So Scandival.
I heard it's very
so the newest
gut-wrenching this time.
their part 3 apparently of the reunion aired last night. And I thought we tried to watch it. Part 1, we tried to watch the Scandival thing because Kelly and Mark talked about it on their show.
Okay.
Because I guess her daughter came home from London for an internship or summer and was like, you've got to watch Scandival. So they sat, their whole family watched it. And so I was like, we should do this too. We have teenagers and everybody talks about it. And we started to watch it. It was really boring. We felt like it was really boring. I don't care, But apparently the third one just launched last night. Everybody's talking about it on social media. Because I guess the girl he cheated with, because it's a guy that was with a couple that was together for 9 years, and then the guy cheated with his girlfriend's best friend.
Oh my God.
They cheated. Like, of all people,
right?
Your best friend, and then it came out, and so this poor girl is devastated. But you watch Scandival, and it's like, doesn't seem like he liked his girlfriend very much. He wasn't even sad about it.
Right.
Apparently now, episode 3 of the reunion is really fireworks because I guess the girlfriend was like, the best friend was like, she felt like
wasn't sorry?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it yet, but Scandival still going in the news.
Yeah.
I'll have to catch up.
It's still going because I saw a headline this morning about it.
Yeah, it's very popular.
It's so
I was going to give up on it, but I feel like I should dive back in.
Have you watched Silos yet?
No.
On Apple TV?
No, what's that?
It's a new show. It looks pretty interesting. Chris is watching it. He says it's really good.
Oh. All right, so good. I need some binge-worthy material.
Yeah.
So hopefully this helps you plan your weekend, plan your Father's Day, your Juneteenth celebrations, your just time on Long Island, just anything you want to do.
Summertime on Long
Go to
Island.
the beach, can't go wrong.
Exactly.
Sharon says take the caddy. I say go, just take a beach towel.
And Alyssa says just get her rosé at the bar,
and that's all you need.
And you'll sit there.
And or just hang out in your backyard if you're here on Long Island if you're lucky enough to be here. Otherwise, please follow our social. Leave us a 5-star review.
Yes. Comment.
Yes. And
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.